As we wander into the month of October, Hallows Eve, carving pumpkins due to an Irish folktale where someone encounters the devil, traps him in a cage and says, "He can never claim my soul," sins and is generally awful and then gets rejected from heaven, and Satan, being a massive haha funny troll, rejects him from hell also. This was deserved from him considering he shouldn't have been a shitty person for moral reasons, not religious ones, so he is doomed to walk cold and alone as a spectre with his lantern. Speaking of deserving things and death, that's exactly what we're talking about. Deserved death, or undeserved death. In video games, YouTube, please just chill out, please, chill. So what's deserved when it comes to this subject? If you mess up, do something stupid, you kind of deserve what's coming to you. Kind of like the equivalent of pissing in the Amazon and having a hand swim up into your movie, or having fun throwing rocks wrapped with copper wire power lines. But in the video game sense, not timing dodge roll, missing your target, having bad positioning, or equipping leather armor and a stick to fight the Ender Dragon. So this is, of course, a deserved death. But even if you don't do all these things, you do the dodge roll, you hit the target, and you don't piss in the Amazon rainforest, fucks, and all the planets line up and you're at peak gaming, trademarked, you have to face undeserved death. Whenever it be a random crit, a projectile appearing out of the ether, or rolling badly, and spawning in on Minecraft Seed -4231131849898784878784810, or getting a black in a chess game. You usually have a 5% win disadvantage. This usually creates more rage than the other options, since you can't blame yourself, you can blame the shitty game design. But is it really shitty? Short answer, no. Long answer, it depends. It depends on our friend, that being RN Jesus. It's like a normal religion, except it doesn't start any wars. Yet, at least. RN Jesus is here to, ironically, balance. Okay, imagine Monopoly, but the dice isn't there. You get to pick a space in front of you between a distance of 12 tiles. You realise, with this forced analogy that I put in, that whoever would go first would have a massive advantage over the others. It even relates back to the chess example, which I used earlier, because the early bird gets the worm. But we aren't descendants of Echosaurus dispar. We are descendants of Australopithecus. We're more civilized than these things that shit everywhere and nick ice creams. So us, being civilized, we add these things if it's a multiplayer game or a turn-based one to help whoever goes last. Admittedly, sometimes it's completely unnecessary. The necessary ones include random crits and TF2. Why? To eliminate stalemates. Valve, it's not 2007 anymore. Nobody has stalemates anymore. And if they did, they would probably switch classes or weapons. It was made for a time when TF2's map design was completely bungled, and its launch maps were a masochist's wet dream. I'm talking about the chokes here. Enter the Gungeon, specifically the Law Gungeoner, where you can make bullets appear 1 foot from you and kill you instantly! Oxygen not included, spawning really far away from water and having to watch your dupes piss yourself everywhere as a result. Notice the trend here is either A, making one player happy and pissing off another, B, making nobody happy and just hurting the one player playing. But even in the A example, it's still probably a bad thing, and here's why. Let's say you have a little boy called Jim. He's a free to play on TF2 and he's very new. Now he goes into 2-4, picks scout, pulls out his scattergun, and gets a 180 crit from a fleeing enemy medic. Now, from this experience, will he A, consider the fact this is entirely log based and still try to get better based on an experience of being better, an experience he has never actually had? B, try to replicate this by buying randomly enemies and hoping, praying that he gets another random crit. Under a closed system, meaning if he never goes onto YouTube and tries to it will usually be B. Though consider this an entire salt pig's worth of salt, since I feel like even if they look up and try to get better, they'll probably use it as a crutch sometimes. Undeserved, unneeded, and actively makes you worse at video games. Plus it's probably bad for your health, since it would dramatically increase blood pressure and make you more likely to die from a heart attack, to some extent at least. But I mean, you are a gamer, so I don't think you really care about your health that much, so yeah. What a game is like. Control. Okay, I'm not a control freak, just hear me out. We like control, we like choice of where to go, when to go, why to go, and how to go with whom. Because we like playing the actual video game. Making death unnecessary and undeserved gives you less control. Unlike real life where people do die completely undeservingly and for no reason, it shouldn't be the same in video games. Unless it's a Rick and Morty bit saying space is very sparse. Well, I think I got the message across. Deserved death equals good. Undeserved death, also good sometimes. Undeserved, unnecessary death, bad. Just imagine it's like a pyramid with deserved death at the top and unnecessary, undeserved death at the bottom. Thank you for watching. Click the red thing and the bell thing twice and the hand pointing up once, and then click the link in the description if you want to talk to me directly or the goblins that inhabit my Discord server. This is Grubby.mp4 on deserved and undeserved death in video games.